Good morning, Mapleton Online Owls. Today is Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. And these are your morning announcements brought to you by the Fox's Den. We don't have any birthdays to celebrate today, but we would like to acknowledge November as Native American Heritage Month. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our quote of the day today comes from Sitting Bull. Sitting Bull was a Teton Dakota Native American chief who united the Sioux tribes of the American Great Plains against the white settlers taking their tribal land. The 1868 Fort Laramie Treaty granted the sacred Black Hills of South Dakota to the Sioux, but when gold was discovered there in 1874, the United States government ignored the treaty and began to remove Native tribes from their land by force. The ensuing Great Sioux Wars culminated in the 1876 Battle of Little Bighorn, when Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse led united tribes to victory against General George Armstrong Custer. Sitting Bull was shot and killed by Indian police officers on Standing Rock Indian Reservation in 1890, but is remembered for his courage in defending native lands. His words, "We are poor, but we are free. No white man controls our footsteps. If we must die, we die defending our rights." Our word of the day today, magnanimous, meaning a formal word that means having or showing a generous and kind nature. Using it in a sentence, he is humble in victory and magnanimous in defeat. November 15th is National Bunt Day. Also on this day, in 1806, approaching the Colorado foothills of the Rocky Mountains during his second exploratory expedition, Lieutenant Zebulon Pike spots a distant mountain peak that looks like a small blue cloud. The mountain was later named Pike's Peak in his honor. Pike's explorations of the newly acquired Louisiana Territory of the United States began before the nation's first Western explorers, Lewis and Clark, had returned from their own expedition up the Missouri River. Pike was leading the expedition to explore the headwaters of the Red and Arkansas rivers. He had never seen mountains the size of the Rockies and grossly underestimated its height and distance, telling his men they should be able to walk to the peak, climb it, and return before dinner. Pike later declared the peak impossible to scale. This week's important business: tomorrow, Wednesday, November 16th, at 3 o'clock, will be a staff meeting for all staff. Thursday, November 17th, from 1 to 5, will be a site visit and literacy PD. Athletic events today: boys middle school basketball, Kearney Middle versus Global Black B at Global at 4:30. Pinnacle versus York Silver B at York at 4:30. Kearney Middle versus Global Black A at Global at 5:30. Pinnacle versus York Silver A at York at 5:30. Middle school winter sports registration for girls basketball opens December 12th and closes January 6th. See the Mapleton Public Schools athletics page for more information and requirements. Here are some projects for Mrs. Pebler's second and third grade class that show how characters can change. Her students created new scenes to show the characters in the book Bad Guys as good guys. Thank you, second and third graders. And in Mr. Graham's high school science classes, in biology, they're studying cellular respiration, the process in which cells turn sugar molecules into cellular energy in the mitochondria. In earth science, the class is reviewing volcanoes and the flow of heat from inside the earth. And in physics, they are reviewing atomic structure and the nature of matter as they start a unit on nuclear reactions and radioactivity. Thank you, Mr. Graham. Our safety tip as we get ready to go into our Thanksgiving break: for most the kitchen is the heart of the home, especially during the holidays. From testing family recipes to decorating cakes and cookies, everyone enjoys being part of the preparations. Keeping fire and kitchen safety top of the mind and organizing the large family feast can be done by following a few simple safety tips so that everyone can enjoy time with their loved ones. Stay in the kitchen when you are cooking on the stovetop. Keep children 3 feet away from the hot stove and make sure they stay away from hot liquids and food. Supervise anyone with a sharp knife. Make sure electric cords are not dangling off tables and counters. Never leave lit candles in a room alone. Keep the floor clear and make sure all smoke detectors are working. We wish all of you a safe and healthy Thanksgiving break. Our trivia of the day: approximately how many turkeys are eaten each year on Thanksgiving in the United States? 280 million turkeys. Don't forget about our Thanksgiving drawing challenge. Draw your favorite Thanksgiving character and give it to us, send it to us by Thursday, November 17th, and we will feature it on our announcements on Friday, November 18th. Send it to lewisc@mapleton.us. We look forward to seeing your art. Remember, Thanksgiving break is next week, November 21st through the 25th. All Mapleton schools will be closed. Other than that, have a wonderful day of learning.